In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use African threading to promote hair growth, retain length, and achieve a beautiful stretch look without heat. African threading is an ancient protective styling method that involves wrapping sections of hair with thread to stretch and protect the hair. This technique helps to prevent breakage, reduce shrinkage, and promote hair growth. Come along with me as I show you how to do it. You will need thread to wrap it around, a white tooth comb, scissors, water, and spray bottle. You also need leave-in conditioner and a brush if needed. You will also need shea butter. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to cut our wool. I'm going to be using Brazilian wool, and you can use any color of your choice. I'm going to be explaining why I'm using Brazilian wool later on. Next thing you want to do is to cut your hair into sections. Start with a freshly washed hair. Okay, I just washed my hair, and you will not believe it, but my hair shrinks in a very funny way. So it might be looking as if it's not shrinked, but it is actually shrinked. I just washed my hair, put it in big twist, and then it's looking like this. So after cutting down my sections, you want to make sure that you finger detangle your hair. Start by spraying in some water to make sure that your hair is well hydrated, because you're going to be wrapping your hair with wool. So you want to make sure that your hair is very much hydrated. Going with your fingers, detangle as much as you can. Then you go in with leave-in conditioner and a little of shea butter, and then you can use your white tooth comb to brush out. I use shea butter for the tips of my hair to make it moisturized, because I know I'm going to be wrapping it around and I do not want it to be dry when I lose it. Okay, because mostly people have issues when they are taking down their African threading at the tips, because it gets tangled most times. So you want to make sure that it's well hydrated by using shea butter. That's what I use. Next thing you do is to start wrapping your hair using the Brazilian wool. Make sure that your hair is not too tight. Honestly, I don't think there's any special technique to African threading. Just try as much as you can to get a firm wrap. If you can't go in very smooth, if you can't get a smooth wrap, you can go in with some gaps. It mustn't be as smooth as this. Make sure to tie the ends by securing your hair, and let there be no hair outside. Let no hair be exposed outside. Okay, next thing you want to do is to just repeat the process over and over again until you are done with the sections. I will advise that if this is your first time doing African threading, you don't go in small sections and parts. You go in bigger sections. That way it will be easy for you to just wrap around. If you go in small sections, you might get tired along the way. And if you are doing this for hair growth, you want to make sure that you go in with sections that you can work with. Okay, so that when you are losing it, it won't be hard for you to work with. And the reason why I'm using Brazilian wool basically is because that's what I prefer. And honestly, where I am right now, I can't get the rubber strings that we normally use in Nigeria, so I'm just going to be using Brazilian wool. A lot of people have argued that Brazilian wools and other kinds of threads used to make their hair dry and less moisturized, less hydrated, which I agree with. But then that's the reason why I'm going in with water, with leave-in conditioner, and then with the shea butter. Kindly know that if your hair is freshly washed, like if you're just coming out of the shower, you may not need to spray water again, because your hair will be very damp. I sprayed water because my hair was quite dry, and besides, my hair is high porosity, so I always spray water when I can. This is what it's looking like at the end of it all. You can see that my hair is not any way showing out. My hair is fully tucked in. Our mothers did this, our grandmothers did this, and they would wrap their hair in for months, and when they take it down, the hair will be looking so long. Yes, so the essence of African threading is basically to promote hair retention. Okay, because most of the times we pay attention to our scalp. We hear people say, do this for your scalp, do this for thickness of hair, but a lot of times we don't tell people how to retain this length. How do you retain all this length that you grow from the scalp? And that's what African threading does, because by wrapping your hair with your wool or your thread, what you are doing is that you are covering up that hair. You are not exposing it to frizziness, to dryness, to breakage and all of that. And when you loosen it up, it's going to be amazing. Like, you're going to retain so much length. Next thing I'm doing is to just further just go around and just wrap, like more like styling. I'm styling the hair to just wrap it around because I don't want to be walking around with it. So just follow the process in my video, just follow the process in this video, and you'll be fine. Okay, just wrap it around like this. Last thing that I love to do is to just go in with my hair growth oil to make sure that my scalp is also oiled, well oiled. Yes, I like to do that lastly, so that it won't be as if you're just paying attention to your hair and not your scalp. This was the amount of hair that I lost after this process. I'm going to show you the amount of hair that I lost when I was done, like overall. This was 2 days later. My hair was looking quite rough and I needed to go to church. You can actually wear your wigs on this hairstyle, but I was going in for an afro look, so I had to take it down. And look at how my hair is looking. My hair was looking so stretched. Another importance of African threading is to get your hair stretched without heat. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are saying, why do you do African threading after you wash your hair? It's better to thread your hair and stretch your hair before you style your hair, instead of leaving it in a shrink form. Because when you leave your hair in a shrink form, our hair is prone to breakage. Our hair is type 4 hair, so if you're not careful, it will get all tangled up and then it begins to break when you're trying to style it. So that's why it's very important to do your African threading when you want to stretch your hair before your next hairstyle. Okay, you can see the reason why I use more of leave-in conditioner, water and shea butter. Now that I'm losing it, you can see how easy it is for me to lose. There are no knots. It was easy. Just watch as I use comb in it. When I went in with my comb, it was very easy. Like, there was no knots at all, no tangles at all. It was very easy. So you have to make sure that you pay attention to the process before you start wrapping it round, because if you don't detangle your hair properly before you wrap your hair, it's going to be difficult for you when you're losing it. Okay, and if you intend to keep this for a long time, like it's going to be very, very bad if you don't detangle it properly. This was the amount of hair that I lost after combing out my hair. And you guys, my hair was so stretched and I was off to church with this afro look. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do make sure to like, share, comment, drop your comments in the comment section. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to this platform. I share hair tutorials and other DIYs that you actually need. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.